Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck, coming at you live and in person from the barbecue lab. Hey, on today's video, for all of you Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum smoker fans and all of you Masterbuilt AutoIgnite 545 fans, this video is for you, okay? So you can see I got a couple chickens here, all right? Now, since I don't have two of each of the different kinds of smoker, I'm going to use the same kind of charcoal on them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook one hole, this guy right here, and I'm going to spatchcock this guy. Let's check to see if there's any difference, okay? Now, I know the spatchcock chicken's going to cook faster than the whole one. Or maybe it won't, I don't know, but I think it will. Let's find out. But let's see if the family can taste any difference. I don't think there's going to be any difference. They're going to be over the same charcoal and cooked to temperature. But what do I know? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out together. All right, so first, let's roll that intro. Okay, so now we're back. So I am going to, on my Oklahoma Joe Bronco, I've got this chicken skewer, okay? It's from Oklahoma Joe's. Basically, well, now that it's in the package, it's easier to show you. You put the skewer through like that, and then you have this on the bottom to hold it. Then you just hang it over the charcoal, okay? So we'll do that one first, and then I'll spatchcock this here in a second. All right. And as always, it's fun to say spatchcock. Oh, and kind of the nice thing about these little chickens is I picked up two of these. You can see it says Kirkland. I got them from Costco. $10.60 for two chickens, okay? So $5, a little over $5 a chicken. Cheap, easy, pretty fast meal, especially when you're cooking it over charcoal. So let's open these up. What we're going to do is we're going to get them seasoned up, let them sit in the seasonings for a couple hours. What time is it? A little after 2. So we'll smoke this later this afternoon for supper. So what I'm going to do is use my shears and cut the tail and the neck off, and then we'll put our seasoning on there, and then that should be good. So I'm going to use my new shears I got for Christmas. Just cut the tail off just like that. You don't need it. These are nice and sharp. And you can't really do anything with this anyways, so I'm just going to chuck it out. And then you can see the neck here. It's pretty big. They left a lot of it on. So keep your fingers out of your shears and just cut that off. You don't need that either. Okay, so we're like 80% done our prep work. Let me pat this down a little bit. And look, if you're doing this in your kitchen, just make sure that you really clean up nice. Like get all the juice and everything, and then use a chlorinated cleaner or something for your counter. Because chicken, a lot of chicken, has a little, some can, not saying this does, have salmonella on the surface or other bacteria, so just make sure you clean it. There we go. Looks pretty decent. So let's start seasoning it. So what I'm using for seasoning is this Wild West charcoal seasoning. So I visited my friend Walter up in Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. I'll put his picture up here so you can see who Walter is. He's a interesting fellow, has a nice little barbecue shop there in Winnipeg, mom and pop type business. So anyways, I'm all about supporting small business. He makes his own seasoning. This is Walter's special all-in-one seasoning. Goes with everything. I've used it before. I like it. So let's season up the chicken with that. And if you happen to be in Winnipeg, say hello to Walter for me. So you don't have to worry about cross-contaminating anything. And the salt in here should dry the skin out a little bit. We'll flip it over, get all the nooks and crannies over here. Oh, so when you're hanging this over your charcoal, you want the legs and the dark meat to hang this way, okay? So we'll put the bottom part of the skewer on that way. Okay, so this is the breast side, and this is the dark meat side, okay? So we're going to take our skewer, because it's going to hang this way, put it through. Okay, put her through, and then what we're going to do is screw this onto the end. And this is how we'll hang the chicken over the charcoal, just like this. Just make sure your legs are in, so your legs are on one part. We got our seasoning there, so I don't know if this will fit. It's on a swing. It's on a swing. All right. Or I can do, so this is my Drip Easy prep board, okay? So I'll just leave it like this, and I'll grab my other one too. We'll dirty up too. All right, so now that we got our skewer done on the first chicken, let's do this one, and this one we're going to spatchcock, all right? And again, fun thing to say. Say it with me if you're watching the video. Spatchcock. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, just pat it down a little bit. This one's got a big neck piece on there, so we'll cut that off. But then again, for $10 for 2 chickens, you know, what do you expect? This one's got a little more skin on her too. Okay, so let's get this thing spatchcocked up. We're going to cut the neck off. Don't need that. Cut the tail off. Hang on. Don't need that. Okay, so everybody knows generally how to spatchcock something, but if you don't, just follow along. We're going to cut down both sides of the spine, get rid of that, cut the bone, and flatten it out so it cooks evenly. So basically, this is the spine of the chicken. What you can do, I'm not going to do it because I'm not making soup, but you can use that as for stock. Boil it. You make soup out of it. Do whatever you want. What we're going to do here is right here, right there. There's a bone there. You just make a little cut. Just did you hear that? It sounded like air coming out of a tire. But you cut it like that. Flip this over. There. Crack, pop, crack. I'm making the sounds for you if you can't hear it. All right, and then some of this loose skin, well, that's not so bad. We'll leave that like that. Okay, so let's pad this, throw this stuff away. Pad the board off, and then season this. We're going to season both sides. So this one probably will taste a little different because you're going to get seasonings from the inside as well. I didn't stuff the other chicken at all. And you just want to wipe some of the goop out of the cavity like that. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to use some of Walter's special seasoning, all-in-one seasoning here, and we're just do a coating on the both sides. Okay, wow, used a lot. I'll have to go up to Winnipeg to get some more of this. Okay, so next stop, these are going to go in the fridge for a bit. See you guys down at the pit. All right, well, we're at the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco. I got her set up. I got one hanger here for the chicken. Maybe I'll turn it a little bit. There we go. One hanger for the chicken. We'll hang it right in the middle over the deflector. Got my chef's temp S1 grill gauge in my Brizo fan setup. Well, you know, guys, I bought into some of the hype. I got some of this Meat Church lump charcoal. So both pits, we're going to try some of this new Meat Church. I don't know much about it, but we're going to give her a shot. Dump a bit in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, I bought some of the, again, I bought into the hype. And I got some, these bourbon barrel chunks from Meat Church. I've tried them before. Does it taste any different? No, not really. Let's put a few of those in. Okay, and we'll save some for the Masterbuilt. Okay, let's get some fire starters in there. We're going to light it from the middle so it burns from the outside in. So let's light this thing up. Get her going. Open the vents. Better open the vents on here first. Alright, well, we got the fire starters going. It's really windy out here today. Let me center this back in there. There we go. Push this back in. Let's get the Masterbuilt running here. See you over at the Masterbuilt. Oh, I'm going to set this, I'm going to set it up at 275. So we'll cook the chicken fairly fast. Near the end, we'll crank it to 300. I'm going to just leave this open. Let her get going there for a second. All right, we'll see you in a second. All right, well, we're at the Masterbuilt. Just finished lighting the Oklahoma Joe's drum, the 2.0. Now let's get the Masterbuilt lit. We're going to use the same charcoal. Get the mini hopper loaded up with some lump. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some chunks of that bourbon barrel Meat Church. Okay, so we're loaded up. I'm going to set it at 275. Now, this is the AutoIgnite, so I don't need my little lighter, but we're going to take a fire starter, put it on the little sled like we usually do. That end looks a little better. Okay, so we got the little igniter button lit. Now, when that thing turns solid, we'll know it's time to put our sled in there. And we'll wait till it turns solid. Oh, solid now. So let's put our lighter in. Okay, we're going to wait till it catches on fire. You got to leave everything open so you don't snuff it out. Okay, well, we're going to get this thing lit up, and then we'll put the chicken on both units. And I can see the charcoal's burning in here now. So let this thing ignite a little more. My drum's running, and we'll throw the chicken on in a second. Okay, well, the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco 2.0. The little drum here has been cruising at 275. It's nice and steady. So let's get the meat on. Just gonna put this on pause for a second. Okay, so we're right over the deflect. Oh, yeah. You know what? Lost Canuck is almost losing his mind. I got to put some probes in there, so we're cooking her to a safe temp. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Got my probes. Let's put them in the chicken breast here, and then get it hung. So here's my RFX probe. I'm going to try one of my combustion probes too. They're pretty good. All right, the chicken is in. Take it off pause. I dropped my thermometer, my display. Okay, well, the breast is 41, so it's at refrigerator temperature. Let's go grab the Spatchcock chicken and put her on the Masterbuilt. All right, well, we're at the Masterbuilt. It's at temp. It's 280. close to 275. Masterbuilt doesn't control quite as tight as the chef's temp. But let's get an RFX probe in there and get the spatchcock chicken on the grill. Oh, I got to pause it for a second or it'll take off. Okay, so on this one, the hot side is over here, so I'll put the dark meat that way and the breast that way. And we'll take her off hold and let it start cooking. So, next time you see me, I'm going to pull these at 165, the breast temperature, 165. We'll bring them up to the cutting board. Which one's done first, I don't know. Whatever's done first, we'll chop into it, give it a taste. And then we'll pull the next one off, bring it up to the cutting board, chop into it, and give it a taste. Hey, well, we're back upstairs in the barbecue lab. And like I predicted, but not by much, the spatchcocked chicken did finish off first. So let's take a couple of internal temps. 150, so I just took it off, but I know the internal hit 165. I pulled it at 165, so we're down at 143. And it's hotter down in the thighs, but there's 160. So it's starting to cool off now. But using my RFX probe, I did bring it up internally to 165. Actually, it carried over to 170. So let's cut this thing up, give her a little taste. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but the skin turned out really crispy. Now, this was done on the Masterbuilt, okay? And I ran it at 275 for about an hour and a half, and then I turned it up to 325 for the last half hour to crisp up the skin. It looks like it worked out pretty good. So it is smoked. Looks pretty good. There's a leg. Wow. Okay. So I don't know if you can see how juicy this is, but it's very juicy. The breast is very nice. Skin is crispy. I'll give the videographer this piece. Very juicy. It's hot. All right. Cheers. Very smoky. Good smoke flavor. All in all, good chicken. So I'm going to put the Masterbuilt spatchcock chicken over there. Let's go bring up the whole chicken that I cooked on the Oklahoma Joe's drum. I'll be right back. All right, well, this was the spatchcocked bird, and it cooked a lot faster than the whole bird. And this was hung over the charcoal, and you can tell the bottom got a little crispy here because it was closer to the charcoal than the top. This one cooked a little more evenly. That's just that's how it is when you hang a chicken in the drum. So let's take, oh yeah, well, I know it's cooked. I don't even have to pull on this too hard to take the leg off. So there's the leg. This one smells really like charcoal. Let's cut into this breast. Holy, that's nice and moist and juicy. And we'll slice her up. Now the skin, I know it looks burnt, but it's not. It's not as crispy as the other one was. Yeah, see the skin's coming right off. So I'll just put that over there. But it's super juicy. And this came off the Oklahoma Joe's drum. Okay, so we got a few pieces here. It's super hot. Let me taste that one. I'm going to compare one of these pieces with one of these pieces. So, whoa, that's hot. Okay, but it's the juice is just running out of this thing. Like, look, I just squeezed it a little bit, and it's just super juicy. All right. Well, we'll wait for this to cool off just a bit. I think the temps got pretty hot. Yeah, it's 175, that's why. In the breast. Yep. Okay. I just pulled this off, so let's let it cool off a little bit. I'm going to slice this up for the family, and then we'll come back and do our taste comparison. Okay, I'll let this cool down a little bit. I'm going to give a piece to the videographer. And I'll have a piece. It's hot. Cheers. Smoky. Yep. I like the taste of this one a little better. All right. I think. Let's try this other one again. This has got a lot of smoke on it, though. Milder smoke, heavier smoke. This is hung really close to the charcoal, that's why. All right, well, final thoughts and conclusions. The Masterbuilt did a good job on the Spatchcock. The Spatchcock cooked faster and more evenly, okay? And that's just the nature of the beast. That's why you flatten it out like that. The Oklahoma Joe's drum did a great job, put a lot of smoke on there. This thing was smoking way more than this. And you can taste in the outcome. This, I think, is a little more juicy, though, than this one. So, drum, smokier, heavier smoke, a little juicier. Spatchcock, a little less juicy, lighter smoke. But either way, they both cook great. If you have a skewer attachment, hang your chicken in the drum. If you have a regular smoker, spatchcock it and away you go. Like I say, I brought the crust or the chicken up to 325 at the end. It gave a really nice crispy skin. All right, so there you go. Look, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Really helps the channel. And I've got, if you like anything I used in the video, my Thermapen 1, my knives, all that stuff, gloves. Check out my Lost Canuck store below. There's an affiliate link down there. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do make a small commission and it helps the channel buy chicken or things like that. And then, hey, I've got 1,000 followers on Instagram. Here's the QR code for my Instagram page. I do post different things up there from time to time, so check me out on Instagram. And then finally, hey, all my returning subscribers, thanks for watching. You guys are the core, really appreciate it. And then for all you new watchers that are just new to the channel, well, don't forget to hit that like button, helps the channel grow. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and notify me button. Those things really help the channel out. Hey, don't forget, I just finished my free bowl of soup that I got with the hat.
This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
All right, that was just a little bit of some silliness there, but hey, don't forget, we're at the end of the video. Lost Canuck always says, hey, be kind to each other. It's getting super crazy and tough out there. Being kind really matters. You don't know what other people are going through or what they've been through. So let's cut out some of the nastiness and just be kind to each other. It really matters. All right, enough of that. Lost Canuck says bye-bye. Take care. Love you guys.